Good morning once again. Last time we did 10.4 question number 1. Today let's discuss question number 2. Exercise 10.4. Today's date is 14th. Question number 4. Question number 2. Question number 2 is saying if two equal chords of a circle. Sir, we have to start sending from chapter 1. Okay. It would be better if you send at least you have to send for the half yearly course. Complete half yearly course you have to send. Okay. Now, if two equal chords of a circle intersect within the circle, prove that the segments of one chord are equal to corresponding segments of other chord. So first, let's try to understand the question. We have a circle like this. There are two equal chords in the circle. So first we have a circle with center O. We have two equal chords. Suppose one chord is AB and let me draw it little larger. It will be easy for you to understand them. Like this. We have two chords AB and CD which are equal. So I'm writing the given part here. Given to us is a circle with center O, two chords AB and CD such that AB equal to CD. Apart from this, what is given? Nothing else. We have to prove that the segments of one chord are equal to the corresponding segments. So class, tell me, if this is point E, what are the two segments of chord AB? Class, tell me, what are the two segments of chord AB? If the point of intersection of the two chords are E, okay, very good. The two segments formed in chord AB are AE and EB. Similarly, what are the two segments formed in chord CD? Please tell me, what are the two segments formed in chord CD? They are CE and ED. Now tell me, in these two chords, which segments are corresponding? Class, try to understand in these two chords AB and CD, which two segments are corresponding? The smaller ones or the larger ones? They both are corresponding. Yes, you can say this AE, the larger segment of chord AB, is corresponding to ED. Yes, and the smaller ones, that is CE and EB. Let me show you again. If this is the chord AB, this is the chord CD, we have to actually prove this portion CE is equal to EB. We have to prove these two equal, and similarly we have to prove this larger segment is equal to this larger segment. Till now, is it clear to everyone what we need to do in this question? I'm again reading the question. Try to understand. If two equal chords of a circle intersect within the circle, prove that the segments of one chord are equal to corresponding segments of other chord. So one segment is AE is equal to ED, we have to prove, and second segment CE is equal to EB. I guess this much is clear to everyone. Now we should understand how to prove this. Class, can you tell me the theorem which was based on equal chords? Can you tell me the theorem that we have learned based on equal chords which can help us here? The chords which are equal, if we prove one then the other, but it is very easy. Yes, Utkarsh, very good. Others, please try. If two chords are equal, what we can say about them? Class, if two chords are equal, what we can say about them? Bhavya is saying nice, beta. Garima is giving the points. Beta, try to write. Don't give the theorem number only. Others, please try. We all know if two chords are equal, they are at equal distance from center. Yes, Piyush, very good. So let me draw a perpendicular from center O to the chord AB. Oh, I've taken eraser. 1 second. This is your point O. First perpendicular and second perpendicular. Class, if this is OF and this is, let me call it F, let me call this G. Okay. Class, if OF is the perpendicular from center and OG is perpendicular, what we can say about OF and OG? Class, if chords are equal, what can we say about them? OF and OG. What is the relation between OF and OG? They are also equal, because when chords are equal, they are at equal distance from center. So we can say, first of all, our construction. So construction, draw, AB is there, draw OG perpendicular to AB and OF perpendicular to CD. And we can say in the proof part, OG is equal to OF. The reason being, equal chords are equidistant from center. This is the theorem that we have learned, class, if you remember. Let me keep it here, the chat box. 1 second. Now it's fine. Okay, so equal chords are equidistant from center. Class, I want full participation. All of you, please try to write whatever you understand. Okay, now the motive of the question is to prove, I have not written to prove, let me write here, to prove, we have to prove this AE is equal to ED and EC equal to EB. Class, tell me right now which part of these chords you can say are equal. Please tell me right now which part you can say are equal. We have learned a theorem in which we have studied that perpendicular from center to a chord. Yes, right now what we can say? What is the initial position we are in, class? Try to type. Please tell what we can say in the starting. No one is answering. What happened, class? Join OE. But later on. Before that, I am asking like a layman. We are starting. I am trying to take the question in your way only. Class, tell me what you can say right now. What you can say right now. Right now you can say that OG is perpendicular from center to the chord. That means it will bisect the chord. So you can say as OG and OF are perpendicular to chords AB and CD. What we can say right now is this AG is equal to GB and CF is equal to FD. Class, till now any issue? Please tell me. Till now any issue? Please tell. Perpendicular from center to a chord bisects the chord. I am going in your way only, class. The way you will proceed, I am going that way only. So we have got a point that AG and GB are equal, CF and FD are equal. Can I say they all are equal? Because if wholes are equal, then halves are also equal, class. Also, I can say as AB equal to CD, therefore AG is equal to GB is equal to CF is equal to FD. Class, we can say. Now the question comes, we had to prove AE equal to ED. Class, try to see the diagram now. 1 second. We have to prove complete AE equal to complete ED. But we have proved only this much portion now. We have proved that AG is equal to this FD. Where is it? we can say AG and FD are equal. Class, we have got this portion only. So what is the remaining portion? Please tell. In complete AE and ED, what is the remaining portion? Yes. So as you see, in complete portion we have proved AG and FD. The remaining portion is GE and EF. We should try to think now in which triangles we can have GE and EF. Class, try to think in that way. If you see a triangle over there in which G is coming and a triangle in which EF is coming, you can prove them equal by CPCT. So let me join this O and E. One more construction. Now we have got two triangles, and if somehow we prove them congruent, we can say GE is equal to EF, and we can add that portion in above portion. What do you say? How will you prove them congruent, class? Tell me. How will you prove them congruent? Tell me by RHS. First thing is, please tell me the first thing in these triangles. OF equal to OG. OF is equal to OG. Yes, it is. We have proved above. Second thing, angle F 90 degree. Let me call them 1, 2. This is 1. This is 2. They both 90 degree. Yes, beta. Third thing, the third thing, OE. Very good. So we have got three things: the right angle, angle 1 and 2, the hypotenuse OE, and OF, that is the side. So we have got, good Ananya, so we have got right angle, hypotenuse, and side, by which we have said these triangles are congruent. So let me write over here. 1 second. In triangle OEG and OEF, first thing is OG equal to OF, proved above. Second thing is OE equal to OE, common. And third thing is your angle 1 is equal to angle 2, 90 degree. So by RHS criteria, triangle EOG is congruent to triangle EOF. Class, please check this for me. Is this name correct? Is this name correct? Please check for me. OG should come equal to OF. OG second and third. OF second and third. It's okay. And OE should come equal to OE. OE first and second. First and second. So we are okay. We are fine with this. And we can say now by CPCT that this GE, the remaining portion, and this EF, GE first and third, EF first and third are CPCT parts. So let me call it EG equal to EF. EG equal to EF. Very good. So it's okay. CPCT. And now, class, we already had the remaining portion equal. We have got this portion equal. So complete larger segment are equal now. So we can say as this AG equal to, 1 second, let me draw like this. As AG was equal to FD, I have added one more portion. Therefore, AG plus GE is equal to FD plus EF. That means this complete AE is equal to complete ED. First portion is done. Sir, after this step, I proved ODF and OAG congruent. ODF. Not needed, but not needed. After this proof, that was not needed. If you done, it is okay. Because the remaining portion, CE and EB, you can easily say by subtracting also. Utkarsh, if complete segments are equal and you have proved the larger equal, can't you say by subtracting the lower one easily? GE, that is also okay, that you have done. Little bit lengthy it is, but it is also okay. Class, tell me till this point, is it clear to everyone what I have done? We had to prove the larger segments equal. For that, I have done this. Now for the smaller segment, class, for the smaller segment, I don't have to do anything. I can say the complete are equal, larger are equal, subtract the larger one, the lower one will be equal also. Yes, class, we can say, 1 second, let me rub this. Actually, reading the chat and doing this together is a little bit problematic. 1 second. Now the remaining part, for that I'm erasing it. So we have proved the larger portions equal. We have proved the larger portions equal. Now we have to prove the smaller portions equal. For that, let's see. Okay, so as complete AB is equal to complete CD, we can write this as AE plus EB is equal to CE plus ED. Now class, tell me, we have already proved this AE is equal to ED. That will cancel. What is remaining? EB equal to CE. And with this we can say the second part is also proved. Please confirm if it is okay for you, class. We have proved the larger portion equal. Similarly, we can say the smaller is also equal. Okay, now the next question also I think needs little bit explanation. Let me take now question number 3 for you. Question number 3. I'm trying to solve these questions as per your thinking level only. I'm not giving you any step directly. I'm trying to think like you are thinking. Okay. Question number 3. If two equal chords of a circle intersect within the circle, prove that line joining. Okay, it's very easy. This similar question, just you need to prove congruent and it will be done, class. It is similar to question number 2. Just try this question, it is very easy. Yes, class? Will you try this on your own? Question number 3. Class, will you try this on your own? Please type. Okay, try this, it's very easy. Now let me take question number 4. Okay, let me give you a hint first for this, because I don't want you to miss this question. Question number 3, I'm giving the hint only. In this question, you have a circle with center O. They are saying if two equal chords intersect within the circle. So if this is the first chord AB and this is the second chord CD, they are intersecting at point E. The question wants you to prove that the line joining the point of intersection to the center. So class, this is point of intersection E, this is center. So we have to join a line. Let me join the line like this. We have to prove that line joining the point of intersection to the center makes equal angle with the chord. So we have to prove that this angle 1 and this angle 2 is equal. So class, what is the thought process that you are having? How we can prove angle 1 equal to angle 2? Class, can you visualize a triangle? Yes, Utkarsh, very good. Class, can you visualize a triangle over here? Because the chords are equal, we can draw two perpendiculars which will also be equal by the theorem. We can draw two perpendiculars which are also equal by the help of that theorem, and this will help to prove these two triangles congruent, and we can say by CPCT angle 1 equal to angle 2, and this question will be done. Okay, I hope you can do this question on your own. Now let me take question number 4. If still you have any issue, tomorrow you can ask me, I will solve this for you. Okay, question number 4. Let me read question number 4 for you. You also can read along with me. Okay, Ansh is saying it is easy. Good beta. If a line intersects two concentric circles, concentric means two circles having same center. Concentric means two circles having same center. So let me draw two concentric circles first. Let me draw. This question is also very easy, and I hope most of you must have done this also. This is the first circle and this is the second circle. Yes sir, done. Good beta. So they both have same center O, but different radius. Now what they are saying is, if a line intersects two concentric circles, a line is there like this. So you can see this line is intersecting both the circles at points A, B, C, D. At this point A, at this point C, B, C, and D. Prove that AB, this portion, is equal to this portion. So class, first of all, we need to understand this AD is a chord of the larger circle. If you see, class, if you understand, this AD is the chord of larger circle and BC is the chord of smaller circle. What have we learned from the theorems? First thing, we will draw perpendicular to the chord, because we all know as soon as we draw the perpendicular, we will get two equal halves. So let me draw a perpendicular. Now tell me, I have drawn perpendicular OE. Now what can you say right now? Please tell class, what can you say right now in the smaller circle? Tell me, if OE is the perpendicular in smaller circle, what can you say right now? You can say BE equal to EC. Very good. Others, try to think. If you draw a perpendicular from center to a chord, you will bisect the chord. So BC is a chord of smaller circle. The perpendicular will bisect it. So we will get, first construction is draw perpendicular from center to the line. So what we will get first is, first we will get BE is equal to EC, because you will write the reason over here that perpendicular from center to the chord bisects the chord. Sir, if we take OAC, OAC and OBD, okay, you can take I think you are going for congruency. I think Utkarsh, I think you are going for congruency. Yes, by that also it is okay, but by this theorem method you can do it in only in 3 steps. Okay, your way is not wrong, it is also correct, but this way will give you faster answer. Okay, now class, this similar perpendicular is also for the chord AD. Class, if you see the larger circle now, try to see the larger circle. What can you say right now about the larger circle? Yes, Bhavya, very good. Others, please try in similar way what we can say for the larger chord. Garima, very good. Others, please try. If OE is the perpendicular on AD, what we can say is AE equal to ED. Very good. AE is equal to ED. Same reason. Perpendicular from center to the chord bisects the chord. Now we had to prove. To prove was, what was it? To prove was AB equal to CD. Now class, now comes the thinking time. What should we do? Class, what should we do right now? Try to think. We can write this AE and ED as, class, what we can write this AE as? Please tell me what we can write this AE as. Yes, we can write this as AB plus BE. Very good. What we can write this ED as? ED can be written as EC plus CD. Very good. And now from this one, we can say these two are equal, so they will cancel each other, and the answer remaining is AB is equal to CD, which needed to be proved. This was the short way. Like Utkarsh, if you want to do, you can join these, you can form two triangles and then also you can try to prove this. Okay, that is also okay, but little bit lengthy. But if you are, what you say, good at theorems, you can do it directly also. Okay, now I think time is almost up, so let me close this recording.